Hello and welcome to Shelley's Sacred Space and our Tarot Tidbits. We are looking at the 7 and 8 of Cups. A reminder, we're comparing 4 decks to see the similarities and the differences. Our first deck is the Coleman-Smith Rider-Waite Radiant version. Our second deck is the Fifth Spirit Tarot. Our third deck is the Samana Tarot. And finally, the Green Witch Tarot. So let's start with the 7. So the 7 of Cups is a card about dreams, aspirations. It literally, for me, will indicate the world is your oyster. You get to pick and choose what it is that you want to do, how you want to feel, where you want your experiences to go. Your dreams become your reality, and that's all within this card. The caution part is that not everything is as it seems in our dream world. So you may imagine that you want something very badly. You want to feel a certain way, and you'll feel that way when you have this item or this is happening in your life. And then when that does happen, it doesn't bring that feeling. It's almost like saying, if I had $1 million, I'd be happy. But if you had $1 million, you would also have a lot of people looking for money from you. And you also may doubt and not trust people's motives behind being your friend because you have money. So it's that polarity of really, really want this. This is what I want, and the reality of what it looks like when you have it. Now, in our Coleman-Smith Rider-Waite, you can see that they have 7 cups, obviously. Now, these cups in this version represent the 7 deadly sins. So the head, which is up here, is representative of lust. The red glow is rage. The snake is gluttony. The castle is pride. The jewels is greed. The laurel is envy. And the dragon is sloth. Now, I think that's interesting because I would not associate some of those together. But if we're looking on the flip side of that, instead of greed, you're looking for abundance. Instead of sloth, you're looking for action. Instead of gluttony, you're looking for fulfillment. So you see how there's the opposite end of those. Okay. In this one, we have the Kraken, a letter with almost can almost look like it's a treasure map type thing, some form of communication. You have a bug in one jar and the castle in another. Looks like a sand castle. Almost feels like an ant in their ant hill. You have the mushrooms and a fairy house. You have a fish, which the Kraken is coming down towards. And then, of course, you have the ship in a bottle. So these ones are more almost about the feelings. Like a fish has freedom, but when they're in a bowl without any prey, it's a not so bad life. However, when the prey comes, that's a whole different world. The ship is one of those things that I think we've all had that ship in a bottle And you're just like, it's a little ship in a bottle. How did they get it in? It's great. Um, maybe that's just me. The fairy garden with the mushroom, that's, about nature and being connected. You've got the ant with the ant hill, which is more like a castle in a community, and it's about being part of that colony. But in this case, they're separated from that colony. And then, of course, the secret letter. Well, that could be anything. That could be a treasure map, or that could be the lost writings of somebody, or, it's still items that represent something in your life. So whether it's adventures and dreams looking for treasure, or whether it's adventure on the open seas, whether it's finding the deep depth and truth in the ocean, connecting to the fairy world, it's about those dreams and aspirations that are represented in these bottles. Now for this one, it's run pretty much the same, with a bit slightly different, right? You still have your treasure, you still have a plant growing, you still have the head covered, you've got clouds and fire and water, so it's the elements along with. So there's the water, the air, which is a cloud, the fire and the earth. Then you've got the head, you've got the plant, you've got the wood, and you've got the gold coins. And again, so that's representing areas where your life can go, dreams, imagination. I come back to the world is your oyster. In this one, we have a woman who has the seven cups all laid out, and this time we don't see what's in them. She might be able to see what's in them. We have a butterfly here, which is opportunity, confidence, manifestation, transformation. But here we have some little fairies who are giving their opinion. So you have the influence of others based on what they think you should do with your dreams. So that adds a little tweak into there. But that's interesting because it's here because you can look at these in two different ways, right? Is this greed, or is the snake gluttony, or is it fulfillment? Is it transformation, or is it stuck in one place? Is this rage, or is it creativity, fire, passion? Right? Sometimes we can have rage that leads to positive outcomes, right? So that's the interesting part with the seven. So it can be excess, it can be too much, too many choices. A lot of the times when I see this card, I'm overwhelmed. I'm just like, there's too much to decide. I have no clarity because there's too many options. So then I will look around at the cards that surround it to give me guidance, or I'll pick a new card that's, asking, I need guidance for this. How exactly does this relate? Because it can be very open. And to be honest, I've never looked at it as the seven deadly sins. I have to say, when I first see this card, I'm like, just dream it and it can happen. Because that's what this brings to mind for me. All right. That is our seven of cups. Now let's look at the eight. So the Eight of Cups to me indicates walk away. So you're letting go of things that hold you back, or things that can't help you move forward. It's the stagnation. It's what doesn't serve you. And it's time to leave it behind and start fresh. Now, this is self-imposed. It is a turning point. It is being stuck in a rut and making the change. You can see here we have water between the cups and the person. That can indicate that you've overcome these and you've now moved past them, or it can indicate that you can't overcome them and you can't get there because the water stops you. But what you will notice is there is a way this way, and it leads to some challenges, yes, but you're able to take those on because you're not taking this baggage with you. And the other thing that you will notice is you have the sun and the moon in here, and that is a connection and a collaboration with the conscious and the subconscious. So that's what that represents. Um, just trying to see if I missed anything. It is a reminder to take stock, to evaluate where you are. Have you outgrown anything? What needs to be left behind for you to move forward? This one indicates the same thing. And if you see there's a person all the way out there, there's a pathway headed to where you need to go. And it's funny because in this one, we have drips of water happening into the pots. So it's almost like you're leaving all that is broken, all that is not helping you grow. You're leaving that behind and you're moving forward and you're following the path that's being presented to you. In this card, the moon is actually very bright, providing a lot of light. So the path is very clear. Beyond the path is not so clear. And then in this one, you definitely get the idea of they are sailing away and they're leaving that at the dock. They are moving forward and they are not taking that emotional baggage with them. And in here, same thing. When he walks away from these cups, he's led to grapes, which of course we know is growth and abundance. And then this is a cormorant, I believe is how you say it, which is a representation of transformation, skill, and independence. So this card definitely talks about leaving behind what you don't need and moving forward without it. And it's not a, okay, well, I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to think about it all the time. No, you're leaving it. You're transforming from that. You're moving past it into a new world where that baggage does not come with you. So this can be a cutoff from anything. And I say that because it can be from anything, but I think about when I see this card, I'm like, what is it that has been carried through your life? Those things that you were told as a kid, the self-doubt and the belief system that you have, all of that that you've brought with you all your life. You are consciously making the choice to let it go. And when you consciously make a choice to let it go, you have to connect with the subconscious to let it go there too. And this card is that clear cut, walk away, you're leaving it behind. It does not serve you. It does not bring you joy. It does not make you happy. It does not need to be in the future with you. So this is definitely a card about letting go and leaving it behind. And when you get it in a reading, it can indicate that that thought process that you had regarding The question needs to be addressed, needs to be looked at, and needs to be transformed. And it's funny because a lot of the times, the things that we think and say to ourselves can be transformed by bringing in a different feeling and bringing in a different thought. And when you connect to your emotions, you can literally feel into a statement that you may say about yourself and know if it's true or not. And if it's not true, you leave it. And that's what this card is about. Thank you for joining me for the 7 and 8 of Cups. Our next video will be on the 9 and 10. Until then, bye for now.